In 3 years, Mike.
What I'd like to do is get some money.
You forfeited your shares.
What?
You stated to deliver only the envelope of personal items.
A mistake has been made. This doesn't make sense.
Don't you remember doing that, sir?
Who sent these items?
Well, you did. 19 items.
And what you need to do is tell us everything that you did right now. This is a matter of national security.
I can't. He wiped my memory. I don't remember what I did for the past 3 years.
Let's work backwards. Why did you give up all that money?
I gave up that money to make sure I paid attention to these items. I saw my future, and I saw what I needed to change it.
From John Woo, the director of Face Off and Mission Impossible 2.
Mr. Jennings died at 3 minutes after 3. It's impossible that he escaped unless someone changed something.
Don't think you can change your fate, Mike?
Don't you believe in second chances?
Your future awaits you no matter what you do.
Paycheck is a nice sci-fi flick. Starring Ben Affleck and Uma Thurman, it has an interesting premise involving time travel and the idea of preordained events. If you're a fan of that kind of stuff, it's a solid choice. It doesn't play with the concept as much as something like Primer, but it has a much better budget than those sorts of films. It has a bunch of the 90s cliches in it, like the obligatory love interest and the really plain bad guy. The A-list actors do the best with what they're given in this film, and it turns out alright. Keeps the action going pretty consistently, unfolding the plot like a puzzle. It isn't a whole lot more than a light sci-fi thriller, but the acting, cinematography, and pacing are all well done, making for an enjoyable experience.
Evelyn Mercer, the greatest mother four degenerates ever had.
What makes a brother?
Good to see you.
You gonna stick around a little while this time?
Thinking about it, Ma.
It's more than the color of your skin.
I'm your Uncle Bobby.
You're right.
Your grandma, she adopted me and Uncle Jack like she did your daddy.
It's the people you call family.
She only came across 4 delinquents so far gone, she couldn't find anyone to take them in. So she did.
God forgive you.
Because some bonds are stronger than blood.
No sins of man will go unpunished.
Amen.
The brothers gonna work it out.
She's the only woman that ever gave a damn. The least we can do is go bang on a few doors.
Be careful with my baby.
Ooh. What do I get?
Here you go, sweetheart. Poke him with that.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
Why you think cops ain't arrest nobody? Y'all fools been played.
To the heights of corruption.
I can't help you.
All I wanted was a name. It's gonna make me turn you into the gingerbread man now.
The truth comes with a price.
Keep knocking on the devil's door long enough, somebody gonna answer you.
Jack!
Y'all just gonna shoot up the whole town because y'all mad?
Why not?
Who are you protecting?
Just want to talk to him.
My brother.
These are my brothers.
Paramount Pictures presents
We still family, right?
We're a real family.
4 brothers.
I just wanted to talk! Let's go talk to him now.
Four Brothers is an action drama starring Garrett Hudland, Therese Gibson, Andre Benjamin, and most notably Mark Wahlberg. The brothers' relationship is most of the reason to watch it. It is a drama over action for most of the film, focusing more on the interpersonal relationship of the brothers than the hardcore action. It still comes off as a solid action flick because there's a feeling of weight to the brothers' actions, and I really enjoyed the setting in Detroit. They really managed to bring the city to life in this movie. It has some trouble with its pacing, starting and stopping in a few places, but it creates some nice characters to soak in while it does that. If you're looking for an action flick with a bit of a harder edge than say something like Bad Boys, then give this a try.
Klart! Färdig! Gå!
Jeg regner med at dere små bortskjemte snørrvalper ikke har giddet å lese litt lokalhistorie om området her før dere kommer valsende inn på den helvetes nedtraktoren deres. Under annen verdenskrig så var Øksfjord en utrolig viktig plass for tyskerne. Det var en holdeplass for tyske krigsskip. Folk ble torturert og banket og mishandlet hver eneste dag. Tror meg når jeg sier det. Det her var onde satans jævla.
Se hva da? Oh. Fortune and glory, kid.
Ja, den der. Vi må komme oss ned til bilen.
Ikke bli bitt. Du vet hva vi må gjøre, ikke sant?
Always good days at the sunny beach.
Dead Snow is a film I really expected nothing from. I was assuming it would be the same quality as something like Sharknado or Mecha Shark, but I was pleasantly surprised with this film. It is subtitled, so if you can't take that, then this isn't for you. Otherwise, if you enjoy horror comedies at all, this is one of the best in the genre. We get a group of college students fighting an undead company of Nazi soldiers. It's even more ridiculous than it sounds. But honestly, they pull it off better than I thought possible. I found myself laughing pretty much from start to finish, and have since rewatched this one a couple times. You can probably A, B, C, D.
One promise. Your children will never know how this ended.
Okay, you know when you're looking for something to put on in the background to play over top of a party, a conversation, studying, whatever? Well, ABCs of Death is the perfect movie for that. It's an episodic movie with horror shorts of pretty varying quality for each letter of the alphabet, from A to Z. It's a nice looking movie with a ton of different styles throughout, since 26 different directors participated in making the film. The quality varies from good to wow, that is one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. But overall it turns out to be a lot of fun, and doesn't really require anyone to pay close attention to be entertained by it. In fact, I've seen a few different drinking games turn out of this movie. If you just want something colorful and fun playing in the background, then check out ABCs of Death. It's a great choice for that.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
All right, you all know the drill.
And that was how it started. The 5 of us being brought in on a trumped-up charge to be leaned on by half-wits.
Number 1, step forward.
It didn't make sense that I'd be there. I mean, these guys were hardcore hijackers.
Answer my question.
Can you hear me in the back? Hello?
What the cops never figured out, and what I know now, was that these men would never break, never bend over for anybody.
You gonna charge me?
You don't put guys like that into a room together.
Let's get back to that truck.
Who knows what can happen?
I figure we owe it to ourselves to salvage a little dignity. Me and Fenster heard about a little job.
My employer requires your services, gentlemen. One job, 1 day's work. Very dangerous.
Close quarters, 10, maybe 20 men. Anybody goes in there is not coming out alive. Is there a problem?
I want to know why. 27 men died on that pier for what looks to be $91 million worth of dope that wasn't there.
This is life's in danger. He saw the devil.
Kaiser Soze!
He mentioned Kaiser Soze.
Who? Who's Kaiser Soze?
Press 20. Do it now.
There is no Kaiser Soze.
You never knew. That was his power.
He was in the harbor, killing many men. You mention his name again, I'll kill you right now.
How do you shoot the devil in the back?
A gift from Mr. Soze.
You got my whole life in here. Everything I've ever done since I was 18.
Everybody I've ever worked with at a time.
Keaton always said, I don't believe in God, but I'm afraid of him.
He's here.
Well, I believe in God. And the only thing that scares me is Kaiser Soze. And like that, he's gone.
The Usual Suspects goes down in history as one of the best thrillers of all time. That said, there isn't a whole hell of a lot of action or comedy in here, just a very intricate plot. If you enjoy whodunits, then this is one of the best choices on Netflix. The acting is top-notch, along with superb cinematography. You could say it has pacing problems, but really it's meant to be a slow burner, so expect that. I have to avoid saying much about this film because I don't want to give anything away. If you start this movie, make sure you see it to the end before you pass judgment on it, though. That was my Netflix recommendations. What do you think of those? Any stand out to you?
I haven't even seen Dead Snow 2 yet. I'm a real huge fan of Dead Snow.
Oh, honestly, really pass on that one. It's
Yeah?
no.
Oh, come on.
But honestly,
like it's not as shameless as zombie Nazis could have been. It's actually a really nice, and like, okay, Sex in the Outhouse is not something I wanted to watch, especially, but they knew that and they carried me through it.
no, I'm right there with you. It's a great movie, just not the sequel.
And okay, come on. Unusual Suspects or Usual?
The Usual Suspects.
The Usual Suspects. Sorry. The Usual Suspects is probably the best film there, but for its creative worth, I love and have put on more times ABC's Adapt because it's so varied, so sporadic, and I don't know, it's not a good movie because of a lot of bad little shorts in it, but it's different. It's really nice and different.
Oh yeah, well, all the drinking games that you can have with it, like all the.
Oh yeah, play guess the title, and
yeah.
you might give up by E. I don't know.
It's tough. Like it has repeated viewing value, and honestly, it's a weird one. It's worth watching though.
Shame about everybody else copying Usual Suspects ending.
Yeah, well, don't say anything about.
All right. Sorry,
so,
guys.
Let's cut it off there. So that's the Netflix recommendations for the week. Like, subscribe below, comment if you have any opinions on the movies there, or anything else you maybe would want me to recommend or talk about. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
Bye.